Hey guys, so we are just about finished with your short stories, but I have a couple more things I want to just give you some direction on when it comes to finally putting all your short story together and publishing it. So right now what you're looking at on this page are the publication instructions that are attached to your final assignment and your final publication assignment. So um, it'll say so it goes through so please go through this process, and you've obviously found it because you're watching this video now. But this goes through the process of how you need to format your entire paper and all of the other elements you need to have included in it. So before we get too far into it, what I'm going to go ahead and do is show you what that needs to look like. So I am going to show you this is the assignment that you have, and it should be formatted exactly like this. Now, what I want you to do is to erase that and put your name in. So whatever your name is, you don't need to have that name there. And then your last name should also be up in the header right here. Don't get rid of that one. That one is there for the page numbers. But go ahead and get your last name in there, and update that. And then also when you're doing the date, you be day, month, and year. So today that would be 12 October 2020. Okay. And that's what that should look like. I know that sounds a little bit weird, but that's actually something called MLA format that if you guys have been introduced to, that's just kind of me introducing that. So for a creative title, you should have a title to your short story, obviously. So if it's something that's built off of one of the originals, so you can consider something creative. So I am going to call this, oh, let's see. Oops. I'm going to call this The First Harvest, and I should probably capitalize that F there, okay? So, then I'm going to want to put my content in here, okay? Now, you guys have written your short story, so you don't have to go rewriting any of that. What you're going to then do is you're going to go to your short stories, your drafting pages, which should be in your Google Drive. You might not be able to change anything anymore, but you should be able to access those. And what you're going to do is you're going to highlight those parts of it that you need. And you can copy it. So I'm just going to make a copy, and then I'm going to put it into here. Obviously, I don't need that paste anymore as well. Now, it just so happens that this particular text that I've taken is already formatted correctly, but one of the couple things I want to point out is that there are indents right here. So I press the Tab key to make that happen. It is also double spaced. To do the double spacing, if you don't know this, you can go up to this button here, and you'll do double spacing, and it'll double space everything properly there. You can change the Times New Roman here, and then the font right there, if any of that fixes. You don't need to do anything fancy with your title. Your title can be exactly like it is right now. If you want to bold it or you want to, underline it, you can do that, or do it in a slightly different font. That's cool. Now, the couple other things I want you to do, going back to this guy, make sure everything is indented. Go through and make sure dialogue is in its own paragraph every time. You will see that in our assignment here, you'll see that it is indented, and every single piece of dialogue between characters is in its own paragraph. So you need to make sure that you're doing that. And if you don't have a lot of dialogue, you might want to consider adding that into your final one. Now, check for correct spelling, capitalization, and punctuation. There is a spell check. If you don't have Grammarly, also, that might be something worth having as an add-on to Google. So I would definitely toss that in. I know I use it. It is helpful, and it captures a couple of different grammatical things that just a standard spell check won't always do. Then, I am asking you also to add at least 3 images to support your story's plot, theme, character, settings, or symbols. Now, this can get a little hairy, so I'm going to show you guys how to do this real quick. So if I go to Google, and I just, Googled some pictures for Gift of the Magi. I want to take this one, and I want to copy this one. So I'm going to copy the image, not the image address, but the image itself. I'm going to go to the assignment and say I want to have it, we're going to put it over in this side. Now, if I just insert that, or if I just press paste, it's going to get a little weird, right? It's going to do something weird here. So what I'm going to want to do is I'm going to want to go to wrap text. So I can add that in. I'm going to move it over a little bit. And so now what it's done, okay, and I want to move it down a little bit to, there you go. So now what I've done is I have made sure it wraps the text, and all of my formatting pretty much stays the same here, so we don't have to worry about that. And you can add it in that way. So hopefully that doesn't get too confusing. And again, once you wrap the text, you can kind of move it around pretty freely. So that's the little trick with that one. Okay. Now, lastly, it says, please go through and highlight your story. So your entire story will be highlighted. Everything in your exposition should be highlighted. Everything in your initiating action should be highlighted. That might be a paragraph, that might be a sentence, whatever it is. And go through the whole entire process that way. Then, finally, you are going to complete this Flipgrid. So let's just go to that now. And that will be this guy right here. So join with Google, yada, yada, yada. That's me. Here we go. And this is what we're going to have. Hey, look, it's my face. That's weird. So you have 3 different options to choose from for your Flipgrid. Watch the video to give you a little bit of information. I'm not going to go and repeat all of that stuff. But go through those instructions and make sure you're doing that as well. And then finally, you will be submitting your final draft, okay? So that is what that will look like. If you have any questions, you know where to find me. Otherwise, go to it. And good luck, guys. And that's it. So thank you so much for watching, guys. Bye.